Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. We're back. We're doing dev stuff again tonight. A lot of people showing up right off the bat. Love to see it. Hope you're all doing well. Good start of the week. We've made it through the weekend, despite Turtle and GQ's best efforts. We are so back. For anybody who hasn't been watching the D&D games we've been doing, I just want to give whatever is the opposite of a shout out to Turtle and GQ. It was quite a stern warning to Turtle and GQ. I'll do plenty of I've got plenty to say on that. I show you art. Hello, add me on Discord. I want to be fan of you. They possibly caused some minor amounts of morally questionable tomfoolery. Actually, Turtles was the only one that was really morally questionable in the context of D&D. The rogue was going to go do some burglary, which I'm all for. But the way he went about that burglary was not very teamwork. We don't have a paladin in the party. Everyone is on board with breaking and entering. We're cool with it. We want to help. We would love to help with the breaking and entering. But GQ went out of his way to make problems for everyone else so he could go do breaking and entering. Am I allowed to make Dark Souls in Dabble Worlds? Of course, if you can figure out any way to do it. Is Paladin always law-abiding? Let's just say yes. Let's just say yes. Because otherwise there's gonna be arguments. No, there you go. Yeah, no. Just say yes and move on. Paladins have a reputation in D&D of being kind of a bit of a stick in the mud. In 3.5, I think they had to be at least lawful. And so, and 3rd edition as well. And so the way they were always played was if the paladin catches the party doing something illegal, which is a thing that happens in just about every Dungeons and Dragons game, then there's friction. Yeah, an oath. Either way. Little teaser for later. It's the big book, the big binder. The big Pokemon binder. We'll dig into that a bit after we go over some of this dev stuff. Exactly, Burger. Exactly. Nothing will stop them. Well, and actually that's part of it, is if they violate their oath, there's whole rules about what kind of terrible punishment happens, up to and including losing their class abilities. And if you don't stay in line, you kind of can't operate as effectively. An oath breaker. There you go. We have Frog, everyone. Please enjoy Frog. So last time we kind of just got this frog kind of stuck together. Ugh, the back of a frog is a frightening thing. It's a good frog. So now Frog has idle animation, which is just a nice little, just very, just chill. I went ahead and threw in a walk animation for Frog. It's very straightforward, just a little bit of secondary motion on the head. Why does he have a nose on both sides? Because he doesn't have a back. Nothing here has a back. And now, for the first time ever, we have talk animation, which is now actually working. Now, here's the weird thing. Yeah, we've been doing the Paper Dabble. Paper Dabble has been the project for at least a week now. So the way I'm doing this, and I did a little bit of reworking of the sprite sheet to align it to a 100 by 100 pixel block grid. And that actually makes things significantly easier, because when I'm setting things like the region of, what area it is, I'm not eyeballing it like, oh, about here. No, it's just like, it's exactly at 500, 0. So, well, he's got eyes, don't worry. And that's going to make it a lot easier later to swap out the eyes with the other eye sets we have over here if we need to. I don't know how we're going to do that exactly, but it's fine. But yeah, let's see what we got. So I still don't have an actual main character. The frog is the only one that's really done right now. So, a few notable things. When they are talking, blinking animations, I doubt it. Unless the character is basically all eyeball, we will probably not be doing animated blinks. So, whenever text is being revealed, the mouth will move, and whenever text is not being revealed, it stops. So that's what I worked on Saturday off stream. There you go. So that is working. And we can actually give the guy a patrol zone. Does he have a name, or are we not attached to him? The frog is going to be there's going to be a bunch of frogs. In fact, that might be something we do tonight, is add more frog variants. There's no goblins. We're going to go fairly, I don't know, non-fantasy RPG tropes, which is usually bugs and animals and maybe some abstract concepts. Should be called Lord Esquire John of Frog III. Well, okay, so it's funny you should say that. Not because he is called that, but because the first chapter boss is King Snail, who tentatively I have listed as His Majesty Lord Gastropodonald Musculador III. So you're close, weirdly. But yeah, the frogs are just going to be frogs. They're just going to be frogging around. That is weirdly close, isn't it? Yeah, it's even the third. A skateboard that talks. Yeah, the classic RPG villain. So we are gonna have lots of frogs. They'll do frog things. And we're gonna have just different accessories we can swap out. Everything they touch becomes Kaizo. Everything the light touches is our Kaizo. Remember it? Oh, wait a second. Let me see. This guy's flipping here. It's okay. He's not quite centered, I'm now seeing, within his sprite box. I'm not sure exactly how that happened, but it's probably fine. Will Dupu be an ally? No. No Dabaverse characters will be explicit characters, though there will be nods and references. At least for now, tentatively. The main character is not even going to be Dabble in the traditional sense. This is subject to change, but for now, what's the barrel count in this game? At 100, 200? Oh, way more digits than that. Don't you worry. It's wild apple. No, I think that the main character, tentatively right now, is going to be a robot, which is going to be vaguely dabble-shaped. Kind of Clockwork-esque. Which is going to be a little bit weird. It's Al! What? Al's a human. Al's a perfectly normal human person. Hey, Hudson. So before we get too far into that, let's make some more frog. How about that? How about we start with more frog? We need the froggening here. I don't have a great workflow between these two programs. I've got Photoshop I like just because of familiarity, that I'm a lot better at laying things out. But this, I don't even know how you pronounce this. Is it Krita? Krita is the drawing program I've been trying out. It's open source, and it's very nice for being intuitive for a drawing tablet. But all of the buttons are different from what I would expect because I've been on the same image editor for the past 20 years. I've been on the same image editing program for longer than some of you have been alive. And it's hard to break habits of certain shortcut combinations. I know what I expect to happen when I hit Control H or Control Shift S or Control Alt 0. Playing Mario Maker all day, you hate this game. You know what? I get it. I get it. Let's flip this around. This is USB-C. I'm allowed to flip it around. So yeah, let's make some frogs happen here. If you're wondering why there's frogs, it's that the first town you get to in Chapter 1, outside of the hub world town, you're gonna get to a city. It's just frogs, just a nice little, beloved peasant village. You know what? I think I might even have AutoForge on my wish list as kind of a reminder to look into it. So I just might at some point. The problem is that Factorio is going to consume my life, so I have to get as much as I can done on this game before it's too late. Okay, so I guess what I want to do is just make another one of these frog bodies and then throw it into this Photoshop document so we can swap it out as needed. So like frog with overalls and a hat. Fairly simple. Let's see, so there's our line art. So I think one thing we can probably do is just like draw right over this, but that seems like a bad idea. Can I copy, M is mirror. That makes sense. Can I copy multiple layers? Yes. Okay, that's cool. That's not multiple layers. That's one layer. Can't trick me. Wait, hang on. No. This. Move. Okay, I can move that. I can move that. But I can't seem to move both. Huh. Alright, fine. It's fine. What's this one? Control R for rectangle, I guess. Alright, well, we're just gonna roll with this. Just gonna eyeball it. Soledad, who sometimes streams the process on Twitch. See, that's fun. I feel like I should be more involved in that corner of Twitch. considering I need to build at some point. At some point, I need to drum up some publicity about the game, and I want to be perfectly clear, that's not for a long time. I'm very well expecting this game to take years. It's like Moon Rover, we finished that in like 7 or 8 months. That was the first major project that we did on the stream. Dabble Worlds even was probably like to 1.0. That was probably like a 5 or 6 month project. but the good parts though. So yeah, we want to make this little thing going on here. That's what we want. So we will brush with a small brush. Oh, but we want to stick with how we were doing this, which was this brush here. A little bit smaller for this interior here. Follow the... Oh, this is so weird. This drawing pad is like slanted in relation to the screen. Oops. Oops. Whoops. Whoops. Do it till the Fox release it in chapters. It'll take 6.5 months to release. I'm actually turning it into a mascot horror game. Which will be released in 12 parts. There's an ARG and there's merchandising. All right, lock opacity. Careful on this. Some nice denim. Okay, now that I've gotten that, I can go a little bit looser on the coloring. Make it a little bit more patchy.
Has anyone seen Luigi?
Germ Dove? No. As a matter of fact, no. It will be some time. Just give it a little bit of patchiness to it, just to give it some texture. Is X? Yeah, X toggles. See, that's just some little brush strokes here. I really like it being kind of like painterly texture. Look at that. Like make everything look painted. Hudson. Never mind. I already told you last time about the Taylor Swift thing. It came to mind that I've been holding it in my mind a while to try and remember, and I finally did. Germdo, thank you for 45 months. Almost a year. I don't know what happened to Luigi. It's probably not important. Okay, so see, now what I want to do... Well, let's make a few more of these, though, right? Like, yeah, that's what we should be doing. Control R for rectangle tool. Select these 2 layers. Copy, paste. T for move, except for some reason can't move those together. I don't get that at all. suggest a character. Yeah, I mean, people are gonna do that anyway.
Yeah, but you have to give it up.
Oh, I'll consider it ever so slightly. On-stream consideration, real-time consideration. All right, everybody. Now's your chance. I need more bodies. I need more swappable bodies to add here. Duplicate layers. Oh, and now it is letting me move them both at once, and I don't know why. Oh well, it's probably not important. Let's go ahead and duplicate all of these. Let's have plenty. We want these characters to be varied. Very varied. Alright, so merge these. Oh, you can't do that. You have to put them next to each other to make this happen. Okay, then you can merge with layer below. Control E. Got it. Okay. Each one is a different color. Just, well, I want to do more than just color asset swaps. I'll do like at least a slightly different drawing for some of these. Just don't know what exactly. What else would it, like, ideally something that we can just swap out the body. The arm will still just be there. Have a nice shirt. Just shirt. No pants, just shirt. In a lovely rust orange. Something like that. Beautiful color for a shirt, for a frog. Go. That's beautiful. I feel like I do need to add a little bit of shading right below the shirt. Perfect. Frog's gonna love it. Gorgeous. What else? What else do we want here? Apron. Ow, you're a genius. Oh, that's so good. Apron is so good. Let's see here. So for that, we're gonna have that's almost coveralls again. But kind of goes down a bit. In fact, I may need to do a little bit of this. this. Astronaut frog. I need this background to be a little bit gray. So we can have a nice white apron right here. Alright, let's start with this brush for filling. Oh wait, the apron's not going to go to the back. It's not going to go all the way around to the back. It needs like just a little that, right? I think that's what we would be looking at. Not quite. That'll work. Maker Frog. He's got a little yellow helmet. A little yellow construction helmet. What jobs do the frogs have? Like... anything? One of them is going to be a farmer, farming mushrooms. IRS Frog. Everyone loves IRS Frog. Best character in the game. Okay. Alright. Lock opacity again. And now let's bring out the texture brush. And just texture it a little bit. That was pretty good. That's got some texture. Used car salesman frog. Alright, it's getting a little weird here. Dobbs frog. He has a number on his shirt. Oh, but then he's gonna be the one frog with a number on his shirt. Number 6. Ooh, now it's tempting suddenly. Let's see. Yeah, there might be like a restaurant. Kind of like a little sports coat for the used car salesman frog. Yes, thank you. Good point. See, I don't have to put this on the same layer. I'm now realizing, like, I could just pop an extra layer on top of this, and it would make a lot more sense. Let's see here. Nice. I'm just looking at images of sports coats. Yeah, you gotta have the. Should have this guy. Should have this guy just idling, right? Or talking. while we're working on this. All right. We're gonna go for sports coat. So quick test layer here. It's gonna be an open sports coat. So kind of bring it down and then out with a little bit of the fold. And then just kind of out and around. Like that. Something along those lines. That's reasonable, right? Let's do something like that. Okay, I'm gonna bring this one a little bit farther. It's a little disheveled. Okay, and now fill it in with a nice deep color here. Coat this in purple. Beautiful. Yeah. Bring it below this layer. And below this layer. There we go. We'll have our casual frogs, our agrarian frogs, our fancy frogs, and our chef frog. Let's get just a little bit there. Okay, and then let's erase here. That's fine. Okay, and now, of course, the shading. Neck accessory. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Some frogettes. These could be frogettes. It's a little bit more cloak, but I'm fine with it. Oh, double click it. Got it. All right. Yeah, like a bandana, a scarf, you know, for the warm climate. Let's see what we could do with. Can you do like a scarf? Like a little. Scarf is very out of place. We're not doing a scarf. Some stuck-up rich frogs. I mean, we got this sports coat, shawl. Yeah. I like the little necklace idea, the necklace accessory. I think I can make this happen. It's a fly. Ow, got it. Ow wins. Candied flies. All right. You know what, Al? I think you're absolutely right. It would. It would look dashing, even. With a little pocket square. Mr. Beast Frog. Yeah, I know, right? There's your Mr. and Mrs. Frogsworth right there. Mr. and Mrs. Croakley. The Croakleys. Okay, some accessories. So these will be their own separate thing. They don't have to follow the exact template, but they need to be sized appropriately. The Croakleys wear sunglasses. Actually, sunglasses would not be a bad idea for something to add on to these guys. Do the girls get different hairstyles? They're frogs, they don't have hair. They're not mammals. Look. I know how to design characters for late 90s, early 2000s video games. All the girls get big pink bows, and all the boys are normal. Oh, thank you. Can a frog wear a wig? Will you wear a wig? When will you wear a wig? Got some cashews. What? Oh, yeah. I'm not 100% sure how easy this is going to be to swap out. Just make a random spider that lives there. a snail boy that thinks he's a turtle. Because you see. Alright, so we're gonna add a layer right here. Now makes it all connect. Alright, this guy needs a big hat. Well, gosh, golly, that looks just about right already. I just need to color it in. I'm so used to, in Photoshop, only using the bracket keys for changing the brush size. Having a hotkey for kind of a drag to change thing is really different. Takes some getting used to and feels much less precise, but I mean, it is art. It probably should be less precise. Now, for Photoshop, where I do more design stuff, yeah, I think just being able to be a little bit more precise makes sense. Just kind of give it some texture. A little bit of shadow on the underside a bit more than anywhere else. Okay, and then kind of more of a rim here. All right. Never used hotkeys in any Adobe app. Oh my goodness, you are missing out. You are missing out. Something fierce. It really speeds things up. It is well worth learning. Look at that. That is beautiful. You did figure out how to make macros on your keyboard. That's also useful. How are we gonna do this? I'm going to assume, as long as I'm adding it to the back, or, okay, I should be able to just add. Editing is going to be different, though. I'm not 100% sure how we're going to edit. Huh.
So one idea is, oh, just copy paste the whole frog class, the frog scene. But then if I wanted to change the animation or the positioning of the default position of something on the frog, it will only change it for that one frog and not all the frogs. Multi-class into frog. Reject tradition, embrace frog. There's got to be a frog race now, right? Like in official published 5e material. Grung. Perfect. And their special power is leaping and maybe something to do with their tongue. That's what they stand out with. Okay. So let's say we extend frog actor, instantiate a child scene. And we're gonna call, oh wait, no, I'm sorry, that's not the one. What is it? Save branch, no. What is it? Inheritance. Great, no. How do I do this? Is it not? Hang on, let me go back to the base actor scene. Yeah, it's just instantiate child scene, right? Okay, maybe I was doing it right. But then it asked me to... I don't understand. Hang on. Why is that? You spend an hour in water every day and your skin is poisonous. Oh, see? Perfect for grappling. Godot, inherited scene. Use scene, new inherited scene. Oh, so you can't right click on, okay, that's fine. So we're gonna call this frog actor frog actor farmer. Let's see what we can get away with. Open. Oh wait. Frog actor. Nope. Okay, hang on. What is going on? New inherited scene. Open base scene. Frog actor. Oh, okay, and then we have our now new frog actor farmer. And we can rename it. Okay, so what we can get away with, I'm sure, is we can add a sub sprite to any of these, but we can't edit any of this, can we? Without also, like, if we edit that. Oh wait, maybe not. Ooh. Oh, delightfully devilish. Okay. Heck yeah. Oh, good job, Hudson. So I kept talking about how I had changed the way that I was laying out the files to be this like nice grid. That's actually gonna help us quite a bit, because when we're inheriting this, we can't change the structure of this stuff. Can't operate on the node the current scene inherits from. So anything in yellow, we can't change that. But apparently we can change the properties of it.
such as which subsection of the image file we are using. So we can do image swaps quite easily as long as they're in the same file. That is great. That is great news. Well, okay, cool. Well, let's copy this over right away then. Get this frog back up here. PNG. Frog. Frog. And now let's grab, not this, but from Dabble Art. Oops. I left the background as non-transparent. Let's try that again. And now, let's take that updated frog art. There it is. Why is it so small? Need to scale it up. Move to the top layer even. So we can make sure that we are perfectly aligned here. Nope, we're not big enough. There we go. We got it. I assume. Yeah, looks about right. Okay. Is that vector art? No. It's just a PNG. It'll be fine. Alright, so let's grab this. Copy paste it out. Plop it right there. Same for this one. Plop it right there. Same for this one. Give it a good plop. 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 And we want to get this hat as well. That one I don't know exactly what we're going to do with, but it's fine. Okay. Next up, image size. We're going to increase the width by 300 and the height by 200. Reveal grid. Now, all this new stuff. Let's move most of it. Now, let's move 3 of them right. There we go. And finally, beautiful. A nice grid. And then also there's a hat. Hat is big, but that's actually good. We'll take up this whole block. Cool. Save it. You know what? Go ahead and throw that straight in the Godot folder where we're doing the art. And then we'll take a little break for a bit. Look at some cards, maybe.
Actors, frog, dot ping. It's Pikachu. See, now everything's a little bit mixed up. Wait, why is it a little mixed up? Now that I think about it, I don't think it should be mixed up. Oh, because we didn't actually finalize this. Oops. Body is supposed to be 800, 300. So all we gotta do is 1100. Boom, farmer. Incredible. That is such a good way of doing this. And now, and all the animations, they just work. Easy. Blammo. Swap it out. Piece of cake. Alright, let's move this out of the way. Well, look at some cards. Go take a little walk down memory lane for a bit. What do we say? What do we say? What do you say, chat? What do you say? Ah, see? Crack pack. Okay. Turtle's gonna be sad he missed this. Where's my scene for big camera? Where's my big camera scene anyway? There it is, big camera. The Pokemon cards. These are from the late 90s. When did the Pokemon movie? 2000? Oh wait, no. Wait, hang on. Oh, Pokemon the first movie. Pokemon the movie 2000? What's the one with Is the first movie the one with Mewtwo? Bye-bye. When did that one release? Well, that's 1998 Japan. Oh, here we go. North American release date, November 1999. So I was already well into collecting these cards before that, because I have, of course, the promotional card for seeing the movie. Fancy, and it's all, ooh, what does it mean? What does it mean? I've even got my sticky notes. Tunic flashback. I've even got my sticky note where I was translating it. Very important. So I think I had these organized by, this is going to be very reflective. The only one on the first page is the Chansey, because it is listed in the corner as number 3 out of 102. I don't know what that numbering system is. I'm sure someone who's much more into Pokemon cards, like Turtle or GQ, would have a much better idea of what in the world that is. Lovely cards here. Let's actually slide one out of the sleeve here and take a look. How do you do this? How do you make it focus properly? What's the trick? enhance. You will buy pen pals. You will buy pen pals. An adept swimmer at both the front crawl and breaststroke. Easily overtakes the best human swimmers. I don't remember the trading card game being particularly good, but it gave you a chance to just look at pictures of Pokemon for a long time. So we got all kinds of great Pokemon here. Classics. Even a Farfetch'd. Oh, you had a Blastoise. I don't even know what would be the rarest card here. I mean, it's probably. I mean, there's a chance it's the Poliwrath. I don't know. Some of these are copyright 99 Wizards, and some of them it's 99 and 2000, 99 to 2000. So I'm assuming the ones that are just 99 are the older ones. I don't think I've got... Man, it's such a weird... They had such a weird thing going on with the art. Oh, how many Digletts do I have? I've got a Dugtrio worth of Digletts here. Here we go. Here we go. This'll work, right? Look at this, like, weird... Like they're doing this very poor 3D render. Come on. Focus. Focus. Focus, camera. It's awful. Like this very low budget late 90s CGI for some of these for no discernible reason. Like a lot of these are just actual drawings, but then there's a handful that are just inexplicably 3D renderings. Oh, we got the legend Fat Pikachu. Before they streamlined his design, he was just a chubby little mouse, and they decided he was going to be the face of the company. You know what would be easier is if I actually opened up the binder so you could see it in all its reflective glory. Look at all these lovely designs here. An original holographic Dupu. He's some kind of Pikachu. Yeah, the camera quality is not going to be the best here, but... What's going on with my... Oh, that's what's going on with my mouse. I figured out what was wrong with my mouse. It was still on my drawing pen was on the drawing tablet, so it was not going anywhere. That's not the real Professor Oak. That is, if the camera picks up on it ever, that is imposter Professor Oak. He's not the real one. Trainer cards, trainer cards, trainer cards. Nobody cares about trainer cards. More, well, there's Bill, but then more weird 3D renders for not any particularly good reason. And then pages upon pages of energies. A random Kangaskhan. Apparently, I started a separate set here. I'm assuming this is like second generation cards.
and so it had to be distinct and start up another set here, another set of cards. I do not get the ordering, because, like, why is... They're not organized by, like, evolution line. Like, by the numbering. Card number... oh, actually, maybe I skipped one. I don't know. Okay, the ordering here is all screwed up, so who knows. Got all the good ones in there. Red energy, green energy. What's this gloom? Why is this gloom 3D rendered? And so badly. Well, meanwhile, we've got this beautiful drawing of a Lickitung next to 3D rendered gloom. Very strange, very strange. Looking at some of the move descriptions here, I'm remembering that the Pokemon card game was very big on coin flips. Very big. There's another Pikachu. 3D rendered Oddish. I'm not sure why. It's a very luck-based sort of game. 3D rendered Ditto. He's got a Pokemon power. Actually, yeah, you know what? I don't know that I've got the coin. I have no idea where the coin would be. Nothing good here. It's Goat. It's Goat. Okay, so here's an example of the numbering system. Graveler is card number 37 and evolves into Golem, card number 36. There's the number down there. So I don't get it. I don't get that ordering at all. So I see like different icons next to the mid-ground little fossil icons next to some of these, implying, I don't know, things. Look at this Slowpoke art. Look at this beautiful MS Paint Slowpoke. Like, that's it. That's the art. That's honestly, that is an artistic decision. I don't think it was fan art. I don't think so. Mysterious Fossil. And then I've got a blank page here that only has Dark Hypno. That's probably important. Team Rocket stuff. That's got to be what's going on there. Yeah, there's a dark Arbok. This ain't your dad's Arbok. See? See? Ah, he'll stare at you. I finally got it to focus on one, and it was just this random Arbok. He's evil. Dark Flareon. How do I get it? How did I get that to focus somehow previously? Ugh. Focus. Hey, it worked. I don't think so. That doesn't ring a bell. I feel like that's something I would have remembered. I mean, there's also a Dark Golduck and Vaporeon and Jolteon. They're all just evil for not any particular reason. That's good art. That's good art. Wait for it. Wait for it to focus. 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 Got it. Golduck is in there. Kadabra.
There's the Persian. Muck. Choke. Primate, but dark primate. Look at this evil Vaporeon. For no particular reason. just a peek into my dark and twisted. Look at this Diglett. Oh my gosh. Hang on. First let me refocus, because you guys got to see this Diglett down here in the corner. Castercini, Strowsy. Look at this Diglett. Whoa. Look at that. Look at this abstract art. Essence of a Diglett right there. I love the flat art style that some of these have. They were definitely playing around with a lot of different things here. Like, you've got the very typical kind of drawings, and then you got these occasional just sort of flat art like this, which is very dynamic. Like, that's got to be by the same person who did that Diglett. But then you got this hugely thick outline, like looks kind of zoomed in for some reason. And then this very painterly oddish, which is not quite there yet. Come on, camera. Recognize the text. Well, it's very painterly, I assure you. Yeah. Yeah, all the flat ones. Okay, the Mankey is done by the same person. Yeah, because they of course have the different. Yeah, he was all camouflaged. That's cute. Speaking of cute, look at this little guy. Hey, buddy. Wait. Come on. There we go. Hello. I'm up to no good. Yeah. Pony to horse. Another flat drawing. I like that. They're kind of growing on me. Pokemon. Zubat. We're getting close to the end of the pages here, because it's going to be like pages and pages of energy. Trainer cards. Nobody cares much about trainer cards. Oh my gosh, this poor Doduo though. Help! Out of focus background with lens flare. Yeah, there's definitely different styles. Promotional Mewtwo, Dragonite, Abra, and Pikachu. Look at that art there. That is something. Specifically Sabrina's Abra. And there's just a little Pikachu. That Dragonite is not by the same person who's been doing the other flat ones. And then we've got nothing but energy for the next 3 pages. And I don't remember specifically asking for this exactly, but at some point someone gave me this very third party, not officially affiliated Pokemon card magazine
for some reason that had, I guess there's an article about the Game Boy game, which I did have the Game Boy game. Card spotlight on Team Rocket cards. Whoa, you can see all the pages and pages of the Team Rocket series of cards. Oh, it goes on for a while. And then just tons of advertisements about places that do cards. And oh my gosh, fan art. Fan art. Let's see. What's good? Oh. Who's this supposed to be? Alright, so Pokemon, of course. From name redacted, from Our Lady of Sorrows Catholic School. We have this lovely Mew. That is... I don't know what happened to that. We got a very honest attempt at a Zubat. I don't know who this is supposed to be. Like, I don't know if that's from one of the later series that I didn't watch, but they have anime face. It's Santa Claus. From Christian Liberty Academy in Portland, Oregon, we have what I can only describe as Jigglypimp. Like that, there's no question that's what they're going for. And then I guess people would draw on their cards or something to make little fun cards. Like, I can't believe it's not Butterfree. Come on. Alright, you're just gonna have to trust me on. There he is. Machop Suey. Spyduck. War Turtle, but he's got a gun. Just to look into my dark and twisted mind. Porygon. And, Tentacoolio. His Pokemon power is Rap because you see, it's a reference to Coolio. ...2000 was a different time. How to draw Pokemon training. Learn how to draw Mewtwo. This is just straight up, just, hey, look, here's the Pokemon from the next game. Just a big list. They did call it Meryl and not Peekaboo, so that kind of gives you a specific idea of when this was released. You know, for people that know that specific timeline. And also, you can subscribe today. 12 great issues. Business card, mail. Gift it to a friend. Please buy our magazine. Please, please, please. Online stores taking out adverts in magazines. That is a weird... That's a weird overlap of worlds. There was a time where online traders of trading cards, websites, would be taking out advertisements in magazines. What's hot? What cards are hot? And do I have any of them? I don't have... Wait, I do have number 5, Ancient Mew Holographic Promo. That's what's hot.
May not be able to sub to the magazine, but you can sub to this Twitch channel with a Twitch Prime sub that you get every single month. For free?
For free? For free? Wow, this is actually
I am a dwarf
Quite a-
and I'm digging a hole.
quite a drawing
Dig a hole and digging a hole.
for free. This is like look at this. This is the by the way, please don't sue us, Pokemon Company. It's just fan art. It's just fan oh gosh. Alright. Gotham City has new villain. I hope you're ready. Hang on, let's get it in focus first. I need this to be in focus first. Before you are ready for the Puzzler! Answer my riddles, Ash. The Puzzler. See, thank you, Al. Thank you for noticing, because yes, 100%. I saw it. I was like, I don't even need to bring this up, but yes, that is in fact the Pokemon font used right there for title cards. They use the SpongeBob font. It's just like it's like chess puzzles of like here's the board position. How do you win? Like, all right, fine. That's interesting. That's fun. That's fine. Every time I turn the page, I'm surprised, and then I think back, and I guess I'm not so surprised anymore. I'm loving this. This is fantastic. We're only on page 41. This is the center. This is the centerfold right here. It is. We have hit the staple. We are at the staple. This can't be real. Oh, man. Article about the Team Rocket cards with some excellent art of Wartortle there. Doing something with his head. I don't know. At first, I thought Kadabra was holding a bomb, but upon further inspection, I think that might be a full ladle that he is bending with his mind instead of his typical spoon. Enter now to win. What's that? Oh yeah, it is about that time. Be right back. It's right around 8:20 to 8:30. Win a Mew. This part is going to go on for a while, isn't it? Oh, it sure is. We have about 20 full pages of just price lists. That is not an exaggeration. This is, in fact, 20...
20 full pages. It actually does at one point swap between traditional trading cards and some of these alternate things you'd see, as well as collectible toys. There's a heading for Burger King, so that's something. Advertisement for Santa Monica Sports Cards, located in California. Apparently, it's not just Pokemon cards they do. They've got all kinds of different things, including Magic the Gathering. We have article about, I don't know, they just had to fill spaces in here. It's nothing good. Oh, we got some cute like homemade Pokemon card. That's good. That's fine. That's fine. Get a master set while you still can. Then the quarter page ads. Nobody reads those, probably. Advertisers index. I have a table of contents to the advertisements, and then a 2-page ad for Digimon, Digimania. Rocking your Digi world. Oh, it keeps going. These aren't Pokemon. Get these out of my Pokemon card themed. That. Knock knock. Who's there? Digi. Digi who? Did you get your subscription to Beckett Digimon Collector? That's great. That's top tier. Also, look at this creepypasta looking guy right here. That's great. That's fantastic. More Digimon, more Digimon. And the winner win a free subscription to Beckett Pokemon Collector. 10 lucky winners will be drawn from return completed surveys. I should complete this survey. Question 1. Do you like the bonus Digimon section in this magazine? No. Do you play... Okay, the Dragon Ball Z thing was not just a one-off. They actually were trying to gauge interest. Pokemon, Digimon, Dragon Ball Z. So there's a chance, based on the survey results, they could have pivoted completely into a Dragon Ball Z magazine, and that would have been really funny. And we end on more 3D art. There it is. That's him. That's Aerodactyl. That's him. Man. Beautiful. You know what? I should really keep some of my Nintendo Power magazines on hand. And let's just do kind of an occasional deep dive on all the different articles, the culture of the time, the Nintendo Power of the day. No, just one page. Oh man. Maybe we could do it like an article at a time. I had a Nintendo Power subscription from early Nintendo 64 era through... It was one with Hitman on the cover.
And hilariously, that's where I stopped my subscription. I was roommates with GFE for a while, and he happened to also have a Nintendo Power subscription, but his started the very month after mine had happened to be over. So between the two of us, we had a consecutive block of Nintendo Power magazines, just by pure chance. I've still got mine. The oldest, I've got one just random offshoot from DKC2 era. And that one's fun because it's got some articles that are kind of like showing a little bit of like a preview of the upcoming console, like long before N64 actually came out. And like this weird alien 3-sticked controller, which to this day is still a weird decision, but we were just figuring things out. It's a bad controller. Alright. We're done with looking at Pokemon magazines and cards. They didn't need to be doing all that. It was weird. It was like, okay, their idea was some games will use a D-pad and some games will use a joystick. But like, why? Like, I think it's really interesting to think that all the different consoles have kind of all settled on, yeah, this is it. This is the idea. Joystick and D-pad should both be like accessible from the same thumb. One thumb. C buttons was an interesting idea for pushing into 3 dimensions. It made sense at the time because joysticks were not great. And honestly, for games like Banjo-Kazooie, C buttons worked pretty well because there were a lot of buttons for Banjo-Kazooie. It's like, ah, yes, well, ZC left is Talontrop, but ZC right is Wonder Wing. ZC up for throw egg forward, ZC down for throw egg backwards, ZA for the big jump, ZB for the shoulder bash. And that's just the buttons that happen when you're holding Z. You've got a different set of things that happen if you are jumping, standing, all those other stuff. For Minecraft, I can't imagine using a controller for Minecraft. I tried. I discovered they couldn't actually give away a car with police on it, so they had to strip off the police car lights. Car with a big OCP logo on it. Perfect. We're gonna give this guy a hat, everybody. You had Minecraft on Xbox. Wow. Microsoft Minecraft before it was cool. I had it on Switch because I bought it to play during a work trip, and it was actually for the update Aquatic. Did not enjoy the experience. I kept trying to build farms, like my typical mob farms, to build up some supplies, and it was like nothing would ever spawn. It was like, where are all the monsters? It's like, well, Bedrock version just, it's a little different. All right, so we're gonna attach to the head a Sprite 3D. And I hope we can attach it. Yeah, we can. Hat. Frog. Region. Roughly here-ish. 400, 400. 300. Send it to the back. Move it on up. Oh, this guy looks great. This guy looks like such a character. All right, and so now, because it's parented to the head, it should just... Yeah, look at that. We got him. We got ourselves a farmer. Not too bad. Well, Theron, you use a controller for Factorio. Well, maybe not by choice. Maybe only when playing on Switch. He farms moss. No, he farms mushrooms. It's coming together. So now we can just add him to the scene, I think. We just need to add Frog Actor Farmer. There he is. We can give him a patrol cycle. So he'll walk left to right for a bit. And we can give him a dialogue zone. So we're going to call him Test Farmer. And then we can actually very easily give him actual things to say. Well, howdy. Welcome to the test area. And then wait, or no, pause is what we settled on. Pause. I'm the local farmer NPC. I'm here to demonstrate long blocks of text. Ribbit, ribbit. Yeah, yeah. Heck yes, he's walking. He's walking like an NPC or something. Oh, he's going all the way over there, though. Oh, he's going on an adventure. There we go. They've collided. Oh, I can't talk to him. That's noteworthy. I cannot talk to him because... Why? Because the dialogue zone is there and not here. There we go. All right, so let's take another look at this patrol cycle then. What's going on with that? Node there, node there. There's some kind of something going on with this. It's got me a little bit worried about that. Okay. The big jump that we've made is we have now demonstrated that it's pretty easy to add new NPCs, have them path around in different spots, give them text to say, swap out the assets a little bit. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Good job, Hudson. These guys are just having a little conversation. Bye. Okay. My to-do list items. Issues here. Issues. Conversation is working. We have an issue with NPC pathing global versus local coordinates. There's something screwy going on. He's using the wrong coordinates. He's still doing a back and forth pathing, but he's doing it way offset. Is this hash shifting? I think it's more of just an angle thing. It is actually pretty far back, and we can easily solve that. Gotta remember that we are going to be viewing it from a slightly above angle. That hat looks pretty good on him, I gotta say. Really gives him character. Yeah, see, they're using the same locations. Which is weird. They should not be doing that. I'll have to figure that one out. Another thing I want to do. Look at these shadows. I don't want these shadows anymore. I don't like them. For a few reasons. One, the automatic culling. Watch the shadows on the right. When a sprite gets too far off screen, its shadow just disappears. But also, this type of shadow makes it hard to see where you are. If you watch for it, you're going to see it a lot in modern 3D games, the use of like a blob shadow. Just a circular shadow that is directly underneath the character at all times. Regardless of where the light actually is coming from, shadow directly below the player. That makes it a lot easier to line up jumps because you can watch, where the shadow is moving along the plane. And that makes it a lot easier to gauge where you're going. So that's something I want to do. I don't actually have a good way of doing that yet. Blob shadow. Oh gosh, I feel like just doing all that frog drawing was great progress. Like, it turned out quite good. I was worried I was spending too long animating the frog's cycles, but the fact that we get to reuse this for just about every frog makes it feel a bit more worth it. All right. We need to set up some data blocks, just some big lists of information that we can use for things like a list of items that exist in the game. Not like a list of items you can buy, or even necessarily a list of items you can even ever get, but just a list of every possible item in the game that we can reference into from other things. And the reason I want that to be all in one big list is because eventually we want to move that out into an external text file that can be edited and modded. But that would be very useful to have.
also enemy stats, which I'm not 100% sure what all stats we're going to have, so I don't want to get too big into that. But that will be something we're going to do. Also, I guess we need to actually draw a main character and a partner. Actually, that's a pretty big deal, because we can't properly do conversations until we have someone in the party who's going to be doing the talking, and that will never be the protagonist. That's just a general rule of this style of game. You have to have a silent protagonist. Hudson will be the main character. Done. Like this. I just like these frogs. Run around. We're gonna make them a nice little city to run around in. Well, village, a town. We'll see. All right, let's get a new document up for us to draw in for a bit. We need to actually make our main character. Make it look good. All right. So let's talk main character. It is Dabble but robot. No, there's no teacup dogs. If Dupu's lucky, he'll get like a little background reference as like a plushy toy in a store or something. Okay. So what we want is we want like darker color. We want our typical dabble sprite, but a little bit different than usual because we're gonna go robot. And I don't know exactly what that's going to end up looking like, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. Riveted framed eyes. I don't want things to get too detailed. For sure. So the base. Have our base set up here. Very, very important, like absolutely important, is that we have a big gear. A big spinning gear. Dumb. Big spinning gear on the back. That's extremely important. Jetson style. I mean, wheel is easier to animate in a walk cycle. That's the big thing there. This is the base concept here. The gear is a functional thing. The gear is going to be the way that you actually interact with a lot of the game world. So in lieu of like big switches that you hit with a hammer, you'll find like big exposed gears in the world. Oops. There we go. And so the character will wheel up to them and tap a button repeatedly to spin up the wheel, and that will create changes in the world. You know, that will be the stand-in for you want to go over there and press a button. Instead, it'll be you go over there and you spin a gear. This allows for a few different things, because also we can play with, you know, it's not necessarily actually a gear. It could be something that is gear coded. You've got an old log in a forest that just so happens to have like some tree fungus on it growing or something. And wouldn't you know it, you can go over there and you can mash B to like spin it, and that like pushes the log, and you know, some series of things happen. So it doesn't limit us to places where gears have to be gears. We just start to train the player to look for things that are similar. This breaks away from something that I really don't like in a lot of those old games, which is the idea of who built this switch here? Why would you put a switch here? Why is there a switch? And why does it do this thing? Instead, we can kind of take a more logical approach of, and this may be a little bit contrived in some cases, but if we can keep the creativity up, then I think I can make this work. This idea that, no, there's no switch, but there's something I can interact with that is thematically appropriate to this area. It's not something that's been built for this purpose. I am taking advantage of the environment and interacting with it. You know, I'm not pressing a switch up here to create to make a bridge up here. It's like, why did someone put a bridge there and switch? No, I'm using my abilities to push this log down into the water where it will float on top and act as a bridge. See, now it's interesting. So my main problem with this character overall is I feel like the design, apart from the big gear back, is fairly boring and artistically uninteresting. So we may iterate a bit. It was initially, you know, the Dabble character because that was just like the original joke was we're gonna build Dabble Thousand Year Door. But we don't have to limit ourselves to Dabble as a character, even though it will probably still be named Dabble or something like that. So we can play around with the design a bit. Square eyes are still good. It's very at a glance robot. You can do a little bit with it with faux eyebrows, just by twisting the square eye shapes a little bit, so you can still be expressive. I don't know if you want to do anything. No, probably not. Probably just want to have some kind of light, great kind of looking thing in here, but just make it very light so you can't really tell unless it's like really zoomed in. Vaguely humanoid characteristics. So you would want to do like, you know, nose, and I think the style lends itself towards really big, like cartoonishly big nose.
And in a sort of nod to the Paper Mario series as a whole, no mouth is pretty good for the default state. No mouth period would be fun. Less to animate for one. Keeping a sort of squarish design might be the way to go. And see, there's some kind of unspoken, like, what is the actual, like, in the traditional Dabble characters that we've created, there is this unanswered question of what is the shape going on here? Like, the eyes are both here, the nose is out to the side. What is the perspective here? And I have always considered it to be like sort of a 3/4 view, but very simplified to get by with as few pixels as possible. So 2 big pixels for eyes, and then the idea is that there's just a big old nose out front that just extends. So we can kind of still leverage that a little bit. Keep it squarish. Mouth, I don't even know that we want to do the sort of like traditional, robot mouth or anything. Trapezoids that are distorted. Yeah, I mean, you got basically like trapezoid here that can be altered to be, different angled trapezoid, but I think for the most part, the main character will not be doing a lot of the emoting. I think one of the plot points I kind of want to explore, and again, this is all pretty early drafts, is that the main character who you are playing as is not really the protagonist of the story. It's more of just this thing that is driving the story, but the partners are the ones that are the main characters. The partners are being pulled along on this adventure, and it's their story that is something interesting and more human and relatable, while they are basically being dragged along by this sort of unreadable force that almost to a point of humor is unreactive. I'm not 100% tied to that yet, but I think that might be the route we're going, is that the main character is not really the main character. Thousand Year Door plays with this a little bit, and I'm not sure that they do it on purpose, but things keep happening at Mario. You play as him, but the story is just kind of happening around Mario, and he's just going off to do the next good thing that he's supposed to do, but it's more that things keep happening at him. Yeah, let the others do it. Because, I mean, in Thousand Year Door, Mario does not outright talk. He mimes it a bit, so the idea is that in-universe he is talking. I think this character, this Dabble, which is going to be a robot, so it's not going to be Dabble exactly. It's going to be like. There you go. It's gonna be D4BB13. Or we'll call it Dabble for short. We'll probably do occasional miming, but mostly just towards the partners, sort of the conscripted adventurers he is amassing as the game continues. Mean. It does have a little bit, like, there is an acronym in there, but don't read too far into it.
Okay, so hair. Dab. The original design was mostly meant to like get a bunch of details in very few pixels. That's not 100% necessary. As it stands. It's like the sharp edges are fun, but like it's not. No, it's like I don't know if it's just because I've been using the same icon for so long that anything else looks super wrong. If that makes any sense. It's just like, no, that's not what it's supposed to be. Like any curves at all looks so weird. It's like I just want to do nice sharp edges. And that's the problem, is that, like, I feel like throwing this into the world, someone who does not have exposure to the character at all, there are probably some really good designs that could be had. But instead, they're gonna get this. You know? There's gotta be something. Just because that's the icon we've been using. Therefore, that's the one that looks right. What are we gonna do about it? Nothing. Like, yeah, could just had a new character, but no, it's just like, no, it has to. We have to get Mario in here. Get him in here. It's like, as a whole, that doesn't. This isn't like a compelling character design. It's like the gear can be interesting, but then like what else can you do with that? What else can you do? It's like something vaguely helmet-like. It's like obviously you don't need hair. But then that's a weird looking silhouette of just like random angles for some reason. This is a puzzler. This is a real puzzler. Megamind. Character is made of interlocking pieces. So like basically have like in the animation as the character animates, you can see that there's like mostly a gap between body and head, aside from some central core connecting them, you know, like some sort of neck. What's a neck? Yeah, translating to just a different style. Very weird. Very robotic. Nice, neat little lines. Very, very boxy head. Antenna. See, this feels like a more compelling character, weirdly enough. Have this gear turning on the back, because why not? There's something here. There's something here. But it doesn't really need a nose at that point. Doesn't need anything. If you wanted to get detailed, you give it some plate bolts. Is there anywhere else we can have some gears spinning around? Make something on its head spin around? I don't know. Like that, you know? Just a little spinny thing. Non-functional, just aesthetic, just something to spin. Comically large lollipop. I love it. It's kind of light panel. Flash some different lights here. Okay, this is actually weirdly better. We could still do a little nose. Just a little boxy nose poking out. It almost looks like a pig snout, though. It's getting there. Played so much Endless Expert today. 70 levels, that is a lot on Expert. That'll take you some time to get through. do it. I wish I could say enjoyed it. It's true. Unfun game. Symmetry. When he turns around, he's going to be mirrored. And so the light changing sides will draw some questions. So that's something to keep in mind. You probably want to have a pretty symmetric design. Okay, but then he's that little boxy guy. With a little wheel. And that's it, right? That's the design. That's our character. This is our save the world character. Get rid of this. I mean, I'm definitely all for keeping the design simple. It's a good mix of a little bit of round, kind of. We got some circles all around 2 squares. Does he need a mouth? Does he need a little mouth? Mouth or no mouth? The really, really, like, center point of eye's mouth. Yeah, you saw what I was doing there. It's just like, oh yeah, well maybe, but what if, Okay, now he's officially upside down. What about a speaker? I don't know. I don't know if I want his mouth to be a speaker or to have sound at all. I was thinking that his communication would be basically a series of beeps and whistles and mechanical whirs. And then we throw in a Tunic ARG where it turns out that you can actually translate them all. Note to self, do not actually do this. Circle? Centered circle, since we're doing circles with boxes. Circle that shows some gears running inside to prove that he's clockwork. Like have kind of a little bit of kind of a glass case going on here. Maybe. And then maybe he'd be more of like a kind of a coppery, bronzy sort of setup. It's a little bit too brown. Proceeds to just make it a slightly brighter brown. Copper Golem. Kids love the Copper Golem. Okay. That is, you know what? That's kind of a character. That's kind of a character. But yeah, let's see. Kind of a. Let's lock opacity here, or yeah, lock transparency layer. Just give him a little bit of weathering. I don't know, maybe you won't see inside, or maybe it'll be something more like this. Vaguely, you know what? Vaguely a speaker box looking thing. But we give it a little bit more of a hue here. You've won me over. A little bit darker, a little bit deeper. I'm kind of seeing this coming together. This is all right. Blue eyes because protagonist. This little bob at the top. Is that our protagonist? That might be our protagonist. I can see that working. It's better than my previous draft of basically just make a robot version of Dabble, because Dabble doesn't translate well at all. All right, Rose Town. We need Seaside Town for a bit. This is going on for 2 hours. Happy Seaside Town. Dupu, you missed our foray into the Pokemon binder. Dug it out for since I acquired it, and there was a special bonus, Dupu. In addition to just they're Pokemon cards, they're exactly what you're gonna expect. It's just old, like the first few waves of Pokemon cards. Not great art, no consistent style at all. But ooh, I haven't heard this. They jazzed it up, which they should. It was a jazzy song from the beginning. Big camera. It also had the Pokemon Collector magazine. No, sorry. The Beckett Pokemon Collector magazine. And Dupu, I just want to make sure you're sitting down. I'm going to wait until I know you're sitting down before I show you what we found, because it's not something to be taken lightly. The I'm just not going to spoil it. This guy does need something to stand on. He can't stand on the void. No one can stand the void. Just needs a little ground. this is in fact going to be our main character. It's growing on me. Most improved. I'll have a little spinny doodad on the top. There we go. I'm really digging just doodling in this program. It's very satisfying. I mean, Photoshop is fine and all, but I don't have a whole lot of different brush types installed, and I could get them, but I really like kind of the sketchiness that you get in this. I made that a little bit too involved, but he's sketchy, but he works. All right, in the current iteration, I don't like the little dark outline hand outlining this way. We may flesh out this hand a little bit more, give it some thickness. Maybe, like right now it's just a single line, so we may actually give it some more depth, so it has actually like a fill-in color, so that it'll stand out against the little grate on the front. But yeah, I think this is doable with the right coloring and texturing. I think it'll read correctly. It's like with that color, you could say brick or wood, but we definitely, that's not what we're going for. And maybe we'll add in some like very slight little panel lines, little, I don't know, somethings. That's not a very good one, but like this sort of thing. We'll see. That could look okay. That could actually look okay. There's just a little bit of detail lines there. The thing is, it won't show up at all at a distance. And so you could get some weird looking artifact. We'll try some things. I'll work on it off stream. Next stream will be Wednesday, where we're probably going to do more work on this project. It is coming along. We're still a little ways away from actual like battle. Battle is an important one. I know battle is important. But we have to have a good foundation to build on. And then we gotta get it right the first time. Well, I guess we could take a few swings at it, but it would be very helpful if we get the battle system right the first time. But we're probably gonna have to do some iteration over time. But yeah, once we get an actual character in,
we need to figure out some way of defining moves. Battle animations are going to be a thing. We have to link a move to an animation. What happens when you miss? What happens if you've got status effects? This, that, and the other. Oof. That is going to be the big thing. Is that, imagine we have 100 different enemies. If we have 100 different enemies, we have to make sure that it is really, really easy to create an enemy and make it work in the battle system. And that's going to be more than just defining its name and stats and art. We have to be able to hook in its animation to a list of moves that it has, so it knows, okay, you're going to walk towards the player, you're going to jump into the air, switch to your jumping animation, and then do something different depending on whether or not you hit or miss or get blocked or countered. All these different things. It's going to be a heck of a thing. That will be a ways away. First, we just need to get some characters to run around. Hence, getting characters to run around is a good first step. Everyone, thank you for joining me. Thank you for the ideas. We got some frogs. We got some frogs. We got different varieties of frogs. Before too long, we're gonna have to build like a little actual map, a little, not just a rectangle, but like with walls and things. Have a good night, everybody. I believe Germ Dub will be streaming tomorrow, so make sure to get there. I'll probably be lurking about. Good night, everybody.